Welcome to our 10 in 10 podcast series. My name is Hannah Noel, and I'm the coordinator of information outreach for the ARC of New Jersey Family Institute. The Family Institute provides caregivers with the necessary tools and resources and education to access the appropriate supports and services for their loved ones with an intellectual or developmental disability. You can find out more about the ARC of New Jersey Family Institute and register for upcoming events at www.thearcfamilyinstitute.org. Today we are here with Danielle Crum from JFS Metrowest. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, everyone.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into questions?
Okay, so I am officially the coordinator of special needs services and the support coordination supervisor at Jewish Family Service of Metro West. I have been working there for 6 years, and I oversee our support coordination program and our coordinated care of Metro West program.
Great, thank you. Okay, first question. How long has your agency been qualified to provide support coordination?
We have been providing support coordination services since October of 2014, and we cover Morris, Essex, Union, Somerset, Sussex, Bergen, and Passaic counties.
What do you feel is the best service you provide to families?
I think the entire support coordination unit works really hard to be accessible and available to really build personable relationships with our families so we can really find the right services for the individuals we support. We really are the go-to for kind of any questions or concerns that come up, and we really, really try to build that trust. We take the time to explain services that are available and really all the ins and outs of the DDD world.
What do you feel is the main role for support coordinators?
I think the main role really is to get to know the individual that they're supporting so we can really find the right services to meet their needs. Along with that, I also think, comes monitoring the service and adjusting things as necessary. But I think the role of a support coordinator is constantly evolving and it's changing. So I think at the end of the day, the support coordinator does really end up being that go-to person for everything.
What is the maximum number of families that your support coordinators will have on their caseload?
A full-time support coordinator will support 30 individuals and their families. We find that this approach really allows the support coordinator to have the time to give the individuals they support quality service and reliability that they really deserve.
Does your agency have the authority to approve your own consumer service plans?
Yes, we do.
When should a family reach out to your agency? Who is the contact person?
So the quick answer and my immediate thought is that, they should reach out as early as possible. And what I mean by that is that I feel, from experience that families usually start to reach out to support coordination agencies, during their adult child's junior or senior year of high school. And I really think kind of planning should start earlier. I know I briefly said in the beginning, I oversee another program called Coordinated Care of Metro West, and that program is really designed to assist families and individuals with special needs with short-term and long-term planning. And the program has a free phone consultation portion where really at any stage, a family can reach out and ask me questions directly. As time goes on, the program can be utilized for other things like short-term and long-term case management on a fee-for-service platform. But having this program, in addition to the support coordination, is really a great opportunity to assist families at any point in their journey. It means people don't need to wait anymore to reach out. They can contact us at any time for questions, or if they want information, discuss navigating systems, referrals, any other services. And a family can reach out to the main number at JFS Metro West, which is 973-765-9050. They can ask to speak with me directly, or the coordinator of special needs services or the support coordination supervisor. They can look us up online on our website at jfsmetrowest.org. Both of the programs are listed, and how to get in touch with either via email or phone as well.
When they make that first call, what information should they have ready to share with you?
So I think families really should consider, what are some of the services that they might be interested in, to start kind of having that conversation. What are the goals and the vision for the future? Families can also, talk about and share some of the needs and supporter qualities that are pretty crucial. Likes, dislikes, kind of all of that planning that can be important. I think it's also important to share what county you reside in, since support coordination agencies cover certain counties. Also, when's graduation, although I know with the new law, you can get support coordination services and be in school, but that's, even then, it's not that simple necessarily, how all that works. So
What training do your support coordinators go through before working with families? What trainings do support coordinators attend throughout the year?
So to become a support coordinator, you have to have a bachelor's degree or higher, and 1 year of experience working with adult individuals with developmental disabilities, or an applicant can demonstrate life experience with individuals with developmental disabilities. There's also background checks, carry checks, fingerprinting that has to be rerun every 2 years. So that's all even pre the training. Then there are staff required training from the Division of Developmental Disabilities. Some of those are offered in person or webinar based since the pandemic. And then there's also online trainings through the College of Direct Support programs. So there's different training. So prior to working with individuals, there are certain trainings. For example, Danielle's Law is one of them that requires staff members working directly with people with developmental disabilities or traumatic brain injury to call 911 in a life-threatening emergency. There's also, before delivering any services, the support coordinator has to do support coordination orientation training, person-centered planning, connection to community supports, along with other trainings. There's also trainings that are required within 90 days of hire regarding abuse and neglect, exploitation, Medicaid training. There's an Appendix E in the supports program manual that lists all the trainings that are required, prior to working with individuals, prior to or within 90 days prior to delivering services. And then support coordinators and supervisors are required to complete a minimum of 12 hours of a year of continuing education. I know my team, we definitely always have more than 12 hours. We do put a huge focus on continuing education, but the minimum is 12 hours a year after the base trainings. And then sometimes there are other trainings that come out that are required by the division, as time goes on, that are become mandatory.
What is the most common misconception families have before they speak with you?
I think the most common misconception is really surrounding the change from entitlement to eligibility. So when an individual is in school, they're entitled to services. And once they age out of the school system, they're now eligible for services. Although there are tons of services listed, in the support program manual and the community care program manuals, not everyone's going to be eligible for them. And not every service is easy to find, especially with current staffing shortages. So along with that, though, there's usually kind of a complete lack of understanding from families about what support coordination is, or what the DDD waiver services are, what they're required to do moving forward, like maintaining Medicaid and, having face-to-face visits with their support coordinator, monthly contact. So I think there's a lot of knowledge-based things that are occurring when they first start with support coordination, just because it's a big change.
Why should a family choose JFS Metrowest as their support coordination agency?
So we really prioritize the individual and the quality of their service at JFS Metro West. We are a small support coordination agency. I have 4 support coordinators on my team, but this allows us to really work closely with each other as well as with the individuals and families we support. We make sure that a support coordinator does not work with too many individuals because I don't want there to be a lack of quality in services. Additionally, as the supervisor, I also have regular supervision with the support coordinators to make sure that I am aware of what's going on with each individual and providing support or extra guidance as needed. Unfortunately, though, because we're so good at what we do and are committed to maintaining that top level of services, JFS is currently at capacity, and we often do have a wait list for support coordination services. But I think that's always a good thing to want people to want to work with you.
Thank you so much, Danielle. This was great information. I want to thank everyone for listening and have a great day.